Well, I got to start the morning off with something bad already. I got to work and there's like a newer model Dodge Challenger blocking the driveway entrance to my shop. No keys, no note, no nothing in the drop box. I had to call the towing service to have it towed. And they're on their way right now to remove it. Sucks because I hate doing this to people, but I can't even conduct business because of blocking the entrance to my shop. I can't get cars in and out of here. There's no room to do any of that. The car's got to go. It sucks because it's looks like a pretty nice Challenger, but look at my key drop box here. See if I can find keys. There's nothing. See, maybe did it get lodged up here? And the key drop hole, there's nothing in there. I went around, tried to open the doors, and they are locked. So, looks like it's getting towed. It sucks. I hate to do that to people, but it's business. I gotta conduct business. Well, today's topic really is about fueling up your vehicle. It's about getting good, concise, accurate information. I've been putting off doing this video for quite a while, just for the simple fact that it's going to be controversial. It's going to create some drama or stress somewhere unnecessary, because you guys are probably going to take it to the people that I'm talking about. But you guys know TFL truck, and I've done a lot of Evap system failure analysis, diagnosis, repairs over the years. And the number one thing that I see for Evap failure, whether it be a charcoal canister, a purge valve, a vent valve, something wrong with the Evap system in general, is people overfueling. And what do I mean by that? I mean by people going to the gas station and they start pumping their gas, and when it gets full to the top, it clicks and it shuts off, and they're like, oh no, we got to keep going, we got to get more, we got to get that magic even OCD number, whatever you believe in, or something like that. Or maybe it's just easier to mail into your checkbook. Well, I got news for you. Stop doing that. Once it clicks, it's done. Now, some of you are out there and you're going to say, well, mine's not, because it'll click after you put like just a couple gallons in. Well, the reason for that is either something's wrong with your Evap system, or something's wrong with the actual fueling device that you're using, because there's a vent line inside the end of it that triggers the diaphragm to open and close, and that shuts the pump off whenever it's triggered. Whenever so much vapor rushes up, it triggers that diaphragm and shuts the pump off. And some of you are like, oh well, I never, this and that and everything else. At some point somebody has damaged that system, or it could just be a faulty system, or just the way the manufacturer designed it. Instead of pulling the trigger and setting it all the way at the highest setting, you got to set it at a lower setting, or you got to stand there and hold it so it fills slower, because maybe it's just not an adequate system for venting properly to match the diaphragm that's in the handle. But it's not advised to continue to fill up once the vehicle is full. Once mine clicks, I'm done. I'm not going to keep trying to pump another 30 cents or wait 30 seconds or something like that. And some of you have said, well, we understand and we appreciate all the knowledge that you've dropped and stuff on the matter, and now we understand why our purge valve keeps getting damaged, or why the charcoal canister has to be replaced every 4 or 5 years, because I've been doing the damage to the vehicle. You have been. I don't know how many fuel stations I've been at, and I see some guy over in a Corvette just clicking away, trying to squeeze as much fuel in there, and I said, you know what you're doing to that car, right? And I explained to him, and he's like, oh my God, this is going to cost me a ton of money if I keep doing this. Yeah, probably easily over $1,000 just for the component alone. You're going to end up damaging the charcoal canister. Either it's a desiccant brick system, or it's a bead system that helps store those vapors and stuff that end up getting used by the engine whenever it calls time for a purge cycle to happen. So by you filling up fuel over and over and over again, it starts to come up the filler neck and then back feeds down the vent tube, or other ways, and it can damage the rollover valve in diesels. It can damage the rollover valve in the fuel tanks. There needs to be a little bit of room. Say, this is how deep your tank is. And it fills up, boop, clicks here, and then it kind of drops down a little bit, and there's a little bit of space there. That space that's on top of that fuel head is for expansion and contraction. It's for safety reasons, that you don't continue to try to take up that little bit of space and fill that tank up completely. It's kind of silly to do that. And when the fuel system is that full anyway, you won't get an evap cycle and stuff to clear if you're trying to go after like fixing an evap problem, fixing a check engine light or something. You need an evap monitor to clear. You got to have between, like, it'll say 25% and 75% fuel ballpark. It can go up a little bit or down a little bit, but that's the time that that monitor will clear. If it's all the way plumb full, all the way to the top, and you've done some repairs and you're trying to wait for a monitor to clear before you go for an emissions test, well, you've just screwed yourself. You've added more time to your waiting period to get that monitor to clear. So there's different facets on looking at why there's a bigger con to waiting that extra 30 seconds that TFL does and then filling it up again until it clicks. There's no reason for that. Once it's done, it's done. Now, I did reach out to TFL, and I did go to their Facebook page and said, hey, look, I'm interested in talking to you guys. I want to do a video about this in the future. I mean no ill intent at all, but I am a professional. I do this. I do give people advice. I do have a good following and stuff on here. I have people that are pretty loyal to me, that trust me, that know what I'm saying is true. I'd like to talk to you guys about a little bit of a controversial video, and nobody ever reached out to me. Nobody ever acknowledged me. So I did try to reach out to them and let them know on their social media page, but I guess it got swept under the rug. And I don't want anybody to go attack them or say, oh, you're telling. But if you asked me, is what they're doing wrong? Yes. I would not do that. But I also don't mean any ill intent by telling you that I feel like, in my professional opinion, and my professional ability to work on cars and run a business and everything else, coming from the dealer to the independent world, I would not do that. When the vehicle's full, it's full. If you keep trying to add fuel to something that's already full, you're going to end up damaging evap components in the system. That's it. That's all I got. Don't go attack them. I just would not do their method of filling up, letting it click, waiting 30 seconds, filling up again until it clicks. Just don't do it. When it clicks and it's done, it's done. That's it. You're going to cost yourself more money if you keep going. Thank you. Thanks for listening to my professional opinion and trusting me and giving you advice. I hope you guys have a great day. Be blessed.